inside. Outdoors hunting big game. I come alive before opening day. It's a twisted addiction that calls my name. I gotta get inside. Outdoors hunting big game.
Traffic jam in the Walmart parking lot. Never have everything until the last second. And then you'll always, inevitably, you'll get to the stand and, I wish I had this. We're off now, though. All right, brother, look forward to it. All righty. Bye. That's the other half of the crew is on our way down. We got a head start this morning. We're going back down to Big Prairie Bucks with the Allens, and got some incredible trail cam photos of some awesome bucks. And we got one, we kind of nicknamed these things. We got one buck that we spooked last year, and I recognize the deer in these trail cam pictures, and we call him Spook. And then he's got this awesome non-typical, got some pictures of him. He's pushing upper 180s into the 190s, non-typical, real massive deer, and I'm calling him Crazy because his horns are just all over the place. So hopefully we're going to get down there right now and hang some stands, and hopefully in the morning either Crazy or Spook is going to come tipping by us, and we're going to let them have it. According to the highway, we're going the right way down the highway, because if you went my way, we wouldn't get there till tomorrow.
That didn't rhyme too well, but hey, we're pumped. It's the day before the season opener. We're heading down to Big Prairie Bucks. We know there's some great deer on the ranch. As soon as we got down there, we met up with Palo. He showed us on some aerial maps that he's got of the ranch exactly where he'd been seeing some monsters, and he saw a giant just before we got down there.
Right. And you saw, and that one you're talking about is bigger than the non-typical, but he's typical?
Yeah.
You think he's bigger than
Main
that?
being way up past his nose.
Wow. And you're seeing him in here?
I saw him right there when I saw him.
And like I say, if they're messing around out here or out here, the travel route all comes back to right there. And that's where our stand's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I like playing on this good.
Look up the ski rope break, what happened? Yeah,
Proof it though. Arch. Ooh. Man, smoked me. All right, let's go hang a stand.
Yeah, I think old Palo had been practicing a little bit more than he was leading on. But we're still pumped, no matter how bad the dart game went, about deer season, which starts tomorrow. We marked on our eye finders according to that aerial map as where we thought we needed to be, grabbed some APIs, and headed out and hung some stands.
That's a big old nanny doe right there. And some back straps. And there came out good eating right there. Yeah, we can get that jugger to come tip him in front of Shane. Do some herd management. Looks like the boys are here already. What is going on in here?
What are we doing? By the time you made it, I was just showing on map there what a Big Prairie Buck 10 point looks
That's
like.
right, even though it's from 3 different deer.
Well, I create whatever I can. I was trying to rattle one in as we were sitting here.
What's happening, man?
Call it good timing, bad timing, or I think they kind of planned it. Soon as Tim and I get done hanging all the stands, doing all the work, then the rest of the guys show up. But nevertheless, it doesn't matter what we're doing. When the 4 of us get together, we're gonna have a blast.
You got coffee? I got coffee. You want coffee?
There's a few things in life you can control. Mother Nature's not one of them. And of course, she's got different plans for opening day than we did. We wake up to pouring rain. We're still pumped because it's opening day, but we just can't get out there yet and get all the cameras wet. So we can go ahead and go to town, get some coffee, come back, have a good breakfast, and get out just after daylight.
October 1st,
first morning right here. Woke up this morning to pouring rain, of course. Hadn't rained in a month and a half around here. And opening morning, it's pouring. So, the only thing we could do is wait till the rain stopped. As soon as it did, we got in here. It's 8:30. We're in a travel area. But the deer normally move through here pretty early. But we're hoping the rain held them down, so we went ahead and came in here. We're gonna stick it out and see what happens.
Well, we stuck it out, but it didn't matter if we camped out there. I don't think any deer were going to come by that morning. At least it wasn't bad all over the place. Shane, on the other side of the ranch, he had deer all over him, and he pulled it off.
Way to draw blood on the first day. Congratulations. Yeah.
Well, after I seen her, before I had a chance to get down, I seen several other doe, but she was the biggest one that came through.
Well, me, Dave, and Matt saw a bunch of crows, hawk that tried to carry me out of the tree. Yeah, this hawk, and all of a sudden I'm dozing off and this big calamity goes on. I thought Tim fell out the tree.
Apparently, the hawk tried to carry you off and the mosquitoes tried to carry Matt off.
Oh, yeah. Here, let me see this for a second.
This is Matt's neck
Turn around.
after a good day of hunting.
Turn around. Hey, show everybody your mosquito-infested back.
I will, sweetie.
Oh,
I love you too.
bring some repellent.
Bye.
Holy moly.
Like that?
That wasn't a good look.
It burns. No itch to it, just burns.
Alright, it's really warm this afternoon. The deer probably won't move till the last 45 minutes of daylight or so. So it's after 5 o'clock right now, but I don't expect the deer to move for another hour or so. But anyway, it's warm. And so we're in our t-shirts and stuff while we're walking in. I've got a longer sleeve shirt in here for when we get in the stand to cover up my arms. But on the walk in, I'm just going to wear the short sleeve t-shirt. But I'm going to go ahead and put my arm guard and release on just in case we walk up on something. You never know. Can never be too careful. We'll spray down with some this Scent Shield White Lightning here and get rid of some of this scent. We hunted this morning with the same setup, but it started raining. Well, it rained on us all morning long, and it's finally moved on past us. So we're going to get in here this afternoon to try it. Even though it's warm, it's in the upper 70s right now. But you can't kill them sitting at the lodge, so all we can do is give it a try. We got a long walk. Let's get after it. Shane and Matt are right in the woods right there where Shane popped a doe this morning. They're going to try to get Matt slapping a doe this afternoon. And we're going back over here.
The only thing that got killed in that tree line that night was time, at least where Tim and I were. Now, in the same stand where Shane killed his doe that morning, Matt goes over there that evening, and I guess they must be living right because the deer came by him and he killed one.
Man, that is an awesome shot. She came in out of nowhere. We didn't have any idea she was even in the woods until she was 30 yards from us. She had no idea we were there was the good part of it.
Yeah, she just came walking in. She hit that opening, started at a trot, and whistled, and she stopped. Went to the house on that.
Good deal. I would say you can't beat it, but if there was about 3 billion less mosquitoes, it'd be a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm ready to get out of here.
That's what we were doing all the way out of the woods that night. We finally got to the house, and we had a dinner that I had never had before. I don't think anybody else had either, but it was pretty good.
We got some lettuce she prepared with tarragon, and what else was on it?
Lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper, and it is delicious. Fried potatoes, hominy, garlic bread, and everybody's favorite, bull testicles.
How's that taste?
What you have to do is go chicken, 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 chicken.
Make sure they're cooked. Last thing you want to do is bite into undercooked.
Oh gosh.
You know, I think it's a well-known fact that it goes back to the days of the Indians with the buffalo. They didn't waste any part of the buffalo. And I think it may even go back to the ancient Aztecs or the Mayans even. You know, they could breathe through their eyelids.
Do you have any idea what you're talking about?
Well, no.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Well, you did say a Holiday Inn Express last night.
That's right, I did say a Holiday Inn Express.
Nice.
Yes, I did say we could have fun doing just about anything. Eating mountain oysters wasn't necessarily part of that conversation or that plan, but we still had fun. As far as the deer are concerned, they just aren't doing it. Whether it be the heat, whether it be just early season, the way it works or what, they weren't doing it, and we didn't have the time to sit around and wait on them. We bailed out. 3 weeks later, we go back. The weather's broke, and we knew we were hitting it at the right time because as soon as we got in the woods on the first morning, we started seeing movement.
That was a good-looking boar. Big old tusks. I was trying to get us some pork chops for the night. He got by me there, but that's all right. We're in a good spot for some deer, too. We saw a real big buck last night. We come in here to hang these stands. It didn't spook him. Maybe he'll come back through this morning. It's a good-looking spot. We're gonna hang in there.
Well, I couldn't pull it off with the hog. I couldn't get my release out of that stinking backpack, but at least we were already seeing movement. So we were kind of excited about that. Maybe that was a good sign. And sure enough, once the deer started moving that morning, they were just everywhere. I mean, they were coming out of the woodwork, no pun intended. But late October, high pressure system, temperatures are cold. We're in a great area for some good bucks. I just couldn't convince myself to shoot one on opening morning.
Here later on in the week, before we leave, if that happens again. Old Mama Slickyhead right there had a carbon deficiency I was getting ready to take care of. Here's something for you to consider next time you get in a situation like we were in this morning. We had about 8 different deer come from different directions, and they all came to the same spot right here to feed, and they've been feeding. They got here at 8:20 this morning, and it's 10 after 10, and I can still see them right out here in front of me. This morning we held off on the does. We're gonna come back in here this afternoon. We're gonna run out and get a bite to eat real quick. We're gonna come back in here this afternoon, and like I said, maybe the next deer that comes through here to feed and stops right out here in front of me like that doe did this morning might be big boy. So just something to think about when you see a bunch of different deer from different directions come to one spot. It's a good spot to be. Hold off for that big buck. We're back in here where we were this morning. This morning we were just covered up with a bunch of does and stuff. We had a great big buck come in and bed down about 100 yards from us. 90, 100 yards.
After all the deer movement we saw that morning, it was gonna be hard to keep these two guys out of that tree that afternoon. Right off the bat, we got deer coming in. Shane's running the camera back behind us. I'm looking over to the right. I just happened to glance to the left, and bam, there's a set of horns coming through the woods.
Shane, buck right here. See him? Can you see him? Right there he is. He's moving. He's going right to the right That's the kind of bucks that are in here. That's what we're looking for right there. Looked like it was an awesome 10-pointer. Beautiful buck. Looked like he had a fork brow tine. Palmated main beams out on the end. It was just beautiful. Beautiful deer. Looked up, had 5 does coming right here. I just happened to look back over my shoulder, and here he comes. I see him through a sunspot down through there. He just fed his way right on back around the edge of that creek. The creek makes a big S right here. He's going right back around that way. This morning, when the does did that, they went right over, went 30 yards that way, just out of sight, and turned and come all the way back through here. So I've got my eyes peeled. I mean, he may slip right back through here. Who knows? Shane, right here, right here. Coming, right here. 40 yards right here. what I'm talking about right there. You are the man. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Oh my goodness. We did it, brother. We did it. Golly. That's that same buck we just saw. That buck came through 45 minutes ago. Came in, wouldn't respond to any calling or nothing. He was out there feeding on acorns and fed his way away. Turned and come right down through here. Well, Shane even called it. He said, we heard some cows on the distance. He goes, I wonder if those cows are gonna bump him. Maybe they'll bump him and bring him back. And I looked up and sure enough, here he come right down the trail, 18, 19 yards, popped him. We had a cold front came in, got these deer moving. I gotta get down and go check that air out. Dad, that one's for you.
Hey, muzzle loader season. No shaky brook. Put your orange on today. We at least got to wear a cap.
Yeah, let's switch hats.
Well,
I think our bearings were off last night with his flashlights.
Well,
and
I couldn't tell you.
making a loop.
Yeah, I got turned around back there, and I couldn't tell you which way was up.
Well, this is the only thing that's going through my mind. You know, the stand's here, shot him here, he went this way.
Mm-hmm.
He's making a loop, and we didn't see him last night, but sometime during the night he might come back to where we jumped him yesterday morning. That was to the right of the stand. Remember when we got out of the stand?
Yeah,
we jumped him over in that thicket.
Yeah.
You know, deer like going back where they're safe, especially those bigger bucks. I mean, we're going to come in that way, so it's not going to hurt to check right there as we're coming in.
Okay.
Man, you talk about an emotional roller coaster, but I know I hit the deer good. We just got to get in that thick stuff and find him.
Well, see, this is what we were talking about too. With the spotlight last night, we came in here looking for this deer last night. And this kind of stuff is all in here, which is great for deer hunting. Deer like this. But it absolutely is horrible for trying to find a deer with a flashlight, because your flashlight can't penetrate that brush. So that's why we decided to back out last night. We'll try this. But it was right in this
Well, we
thick
jumped
stuff.
him right in. We jumped him in here yesterday, but
Well, yeah,
I
or the
really
stand.
don't expect-
Hey, the stand is.
where was the stand from here?
Well,
Hey,
there's
look
that
right
blood.
there, right there. There's your deer right there.
Oh my
Holy
goodness.
cow! He came right back to the spot.
Oh my goodness.
Look at the horn. Look at the horn.
Can you believe that? That's exactly. Well, this is where we jumped him, right?
Right over there. Right there under that boat arch tree.
Holy moly.
Look at this deer.
Can you believe
Holy
that?
cow. Just like what we thought.
He came.
Right back in here.
Holy moly.
Look at the character. Both brow tines are split. We thought just one of them was split when we got the footage of him coming in yesterday. Oh my Lord. What a deer.
Look at that split brow tine.
Got this one broke off. That's
Well, let's count him up. Come on, we got to do this the Okie way. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, if you hang a ring on
you
it.
put a ring on it.
8. That's a poteet point right there. We're going to call that an 8. 9, 10. Got one sticking out of the back right here. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15 points.
I tell you what, if you want to go on an awesome deer hunt in the South, we've got trail cam photo after trail cam photo of giants out here. And I mean, there are a lot bigger ones out here than this, but for a good hunt with some good deer, you need to call the Allens, get online and book it. You know what? We have been very blessed. God has really taken care of us, man, on this trip for sure.
I gotta get inside, outdoors, hunting